as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go. Let's do this. Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Exit. Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Ready.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go. 90. Full. Hard. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, switch gears. Switch. Alert flare. Flare. Kill. Go. Kill. Turn up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 40's the line. Squeeze.
Operating from the gun. Cooper. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there on the screen pass, 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Check hot route. Hot. Go. Yeah, check 9.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Ravens 16-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, 22, check, over. 22, check,
Cooper now looking to throw on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw. Cooper. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Rush in. Check 48's the mic.
Back to throw. Cooper. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Go. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Back to throw is Cooper. To throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
These two teams all tied after one. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, Mike 40. I'm here all day. Mike's 40. They can't hang with us.
Looking to throw. Cooper. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Coming to you. Check 31. Go on. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
And Anderson's got it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Okay, ready? 55. Here we go, D. Smoke. Here I come. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Scene 6. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Cooper looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Jones has it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Cooper on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to throw. Cooper. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Cooper throwing on third and long. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Watch it. See it. Oh, yep. Joker. Check 37. Ready, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 50-50. Plant. Here we go. Switch. General. West. Slam. Alpha. Now. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Bravo. Watch his flat.
Second and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, check right. Watch it, you cry. Let go. You don't want none of that. Give it. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Down pass. Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, Samuels. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cooper. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
37-yard line. A gain of 12. First down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 48,
Back to throw. Cooper. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Check. Crunch. 64. Weak. Box track. Mike 55.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Here we go. Set. 15 Lonnie. Charlie. Ready, go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Cooper now on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Let's get off the field, D.
On first down, it's Armstrong. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to throw is Cooper. To throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Cooper looking to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the set. Watching you guys. Yeah. Ready.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike, 5-5.
I 7, let's go.
Hey. Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll look to throw here. Found his target. It's Anderson. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert 3. No. Off.
Hey.
He's coming to you.
Delta. Set, go.
Looking to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
At the 35-yard line.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now they try the right side here, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Williams on the tackle. That's a gain of 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hayward. On the
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
55 is my guy, 55.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check safety, check safety.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got it to Ingram, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Here we go. Here we go. Slam.
Cooper throwing on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire